Hey, Ian, welcome to TechTALK, one more session where we talk about some exciting technologies, right? I wanted to have a chat to you quickly about this problem with mapping. Now, I went to a venue yesterday. I took an Uber, dropped off at the doorstep, and as soon as I'm actually there, I had to look up so many different things, the PDF or maybe the signage there, or even speak to the concierge there to actually tell me, hey, which lift do I need to take? Which exit do I need to go to? Where is the function center? And as the day unfolded, I had to find out which speaker, which room, and obviously in an event situation, right? But I'm thinking real life problem. If you look at actually going into a private venue, for example, it could be a zoo, for example, it could be a university, really big buildings. Now I see evacuation diagrams and I see exit plans and all of these things stuck on the wall. But having said that, why don't we work on something which is customized for venues? For example, when I'm walking through, I should be able to see information really well. Now, the team at Mobiddiction recently worked on, I think it was some kind of a wayfinding experience. And this was a multi-story. There was a demo of some sort she created as well. So I just want to pick your brains a bit on that topic. And while I've got you here, I'll actually bring up the demo that you created as well for the team. Now, what is wayfinding and custom mapping, Ian?
So wayfinding is how do we use technology to get people from where they are to where they want to be? And there are two separate technical challenges you've brought up. At outdoor venues like zoos, we can use GPS to tell where you are, and we can use GPS to navigate you to almost everywhere that you want to be in an outdoor venue like that. You know, zoos, gardens, parks, those sorts of places. Phones are really good at seeing the satellites in the sky with their GPS, and then we can do a bunch of smart stuff to route you from where you are to where you need to be. Inside buildings, there's a bunch of interesting new technical challenges. One is you very often don't have GPS reception inside buildings, so your phone can't tell where in the building you are. A lot of buildings have multiple levels, and so even if we could locate you latitude and longitude, which floor you're on is a much more difficult thing to solve, particularly when you don't have GPS signal lock.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of techniques that you have to use inside buildings, and even more sophisticated techniques for inside multi-story buildings. And this app demo that you're showing at the moment is an example of that, where we have to use different location techniques to be able to do wayfinding in an indoor multi-level context.
Yeah, it was interesting with this particular example that I saw that, for example, the whole topic of multimodal transport, where somebody catches a flight, gets onto maybe a shared cab, gets onto a public transport with different modes of transport as well, right? Now, as soon as you actually go into a particular location, such as the massive interchange or, somewhere where there's a lot of action happening, these are temporary as well, right? A lot of these things, they could be fixed assets. So like an escalator is not going to change too often. But having said that, there could be certain things, like I'm talking about temporary outdoor festivals. They're often conducted in maybe streetscapes where a Google map is available. But for the time period of that festival, it's actually not the street, right? That's not the street view. So How is that possible to just use something for a short period of time in real time and then get it out? Or how's that working?
Yeah, so we do that for the Easter show. The Easter show is in a precinct out at Homebush that for 50 weeks of the year, Google Maps knows how to get you around it. There are roads and there are footpaths. And if you say, how do I walk from the station to the Spotless Stadium, it can get you there. But during the Easter show, there's a fence around it, and there are, roller coasters and animal stalls in places that Google Maps doesn't know about. And so we've had to do custom wayfinding for that, where we've built our own knowledge about where you can and can't walk around the Easter show precinct during the show, and then combine that with the GPS data to provide wayfinding to get you to all of the places on the route that you need to go.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. And the possibility that I was speaking to the other day, for example, we've got a lot of migrant community in this country. A lot of people actually go into a particular precinct, and largely the signage is in English. A lot of people also, unfortunately, have visibility issues. And I think we talked about having step-by-step guidance, and also like a standard navigation experience, also have the the route guidance, for example. What did interest
That
me
example
is,
that you've got up on the screen at the moment,
sure.
you can see at the bottom there, it's got turn-by-turn guidance, and that is designed to be able to be done multilingually. So that instruction at the bottom that says head upstairs and turn right, when you're at the bottom of the staircase, it can tell you that in any of the languages that we've got route translations for, and for location-specific things, we might need location-specific translations. But the internationalization capability is an important piece of how we designed that.
Well, that's truly spectacular. I am yet to experience such a map in any venue. So I really look forward to using some of these custom maps, really. Ian, thanks very much. I think it was very insightful, and hopefully, we'll get a lot more venues using the custom maps. So thank you.
Good to talk to you, mate.
All right. Cheers.